Gippsland and Alpine areas. Good night.
Thanks, Gavin. And that's 9 News Local for this Wednesday. I'm Jo Hall. From all the team, thank you for watching. We leave you now with pictures of some of the stories we've covered over the past 4 years.
Leaving the courtroom, Miss Holt said she regretted her actions.
Definitely. Crossing the highway before becoming airborne, narrowly missing a herd of sheep and mowing down anything that gets in his way.
Thought they were dreaming when a stray tyre came flying into their building during a shift on Friday night.
Police surround the home of a 44-year-old man.
We just want anyone to know that knows anything, little or small, to tell the police.
A dramatic end to a highway pursuit. Surrounded by police, a man is arrested on the roof of a residential shed.
A series of bangs. And in the blink of an eye, plumes of dust now fill the void where Hazelwood's chimney stood for over 50 years.
Cassandra was able to fulfil Alex's final wish and donate his organs.
His heart went to the Royal Children's Hospital. Save the life of a child.
A 1-hour manhunt comes to a dramatic end.
Enrolments have dropped from 7 to just 3.
Mr. Anne, could you help me, please? It's easier for the teachers, and we don't have to wait to go down the slide.
A wall of flames on either side as embers spray down in Corriol.
We need hay, we've got nothing to feed.
Today flying the 9 News crew to Malakuta in a helicopter.
There was an air of uncertainty in Ballarat as Weir's empire began to collapse.
Employees from the infected abattoir have been seen arriving throughout the day on foot and in their cars.
Police and Australian Defence Force personnel will man the New South Wales-Victorian border, the enormous joint operation deemed necessary after a spike in coronavirus cases in Melbourne.
This is just going to be a nightmare.
A COVID outbreak has placed South Australia into lockdown. Victorian health officials are now ramping up testing to stop any infection spreading from our border neighbours via the highways.
Watching, waiting, counting down what could be the last of stage 3 restrictions.
It's a massive thing. It is such good news. I am so pleased and proud of every single regional Victorian.
Her great-granddaughter Dolly is back in her arms.
Hello, beautiful.
Now, after several weeks in lockdown and several strict visits from afar, the two lovebirds were reunited.
I've hungered for your touch.
Patrons can remove them once they're seated in their group. It's a small price to pay for a freshly poured pot.
Life will soon return to some sort of normality for residents living on the Victoria-New South Wales border.
It's probably just playing on the ground makes me feel like I'm on the MCG.
It was abandoned. Possum, thought that Molly was her mother. For the 2022 Commonwealth Games.
It's the 100th anniversary of the three-handled Loving Cup design.
Get it, Jill. Hey, look at that. She might take my spot in the back line. That was pretty good.
Every stall here today at Cobram Federation Park is run by volunteers. 13-year community campaign to have the service based in the southwest.
Have you missed this weather?
No, I can't say I have.
While some of the other younger dogs on larger properties in the competition, there are millions of combinations and no two soles are the same.
requires a high degree of coordination and balance.
They're heading to Traralgon next to put smiles on the faces of Latrobe Regional Hospital patients.
With little puppies like Marvel getting their first taste of training and life on the farm.
And while some couples give each other flowers, other couples give each other giant Transformer statues.
It's from Ballarat's Little Residents. Isn't that right, Santa?
That's right, young fella.
Tonight in 9 News.